Hello everyone, Mr. Power 46 here, still trying to figure out an intro. In the last episode of Costume Quest, we did turn in a few cherries. That's about it story-wise. We also learned about more of these battle stamps. Bloodshot eyeballs, by the way, when you do the proper action command, you get more damage. And the pumpkin guts do splash damage, which is kind of useful. Gets less useful once we get the 2-turn stuns, but that's a little later. The 2-turn stuns are very, very, very useful. Extremely so. Hey look, I think that's a hiding kid. Because fire breath doesn't work, I'm sorry. Maybe if you had a flamethrower, but I think that might be a little dangerous. Yeah. And here comes another house. Ooh, he doesn't like us because we look like his parents. So his parents looked like a not so great, actually a fairly good of both kinds of costumes. They looked kind of like those. And you know what? And this is the splash damage that the pumpkin guts does. And of course, stun. Oops, wrong option. And now there's one left. So I attack then stun, attack then stun, then attack then stun until he's dead. Stuns are actually a very viable strategy, believe it or not, in this game. Oops, wrong action attack, action command. Of course, I could just kill him now without the egg on his face, so I'm just gonna do that. And the cards you may have noticed are just kinda, they get an achievement and a costume by the end of the game, if you get all of them. Now, whether or not you'll get all of them is a little luck-based, although not a ton. Oh, and if you want to trade with these people, you need an extra of one card, which here's one of the examples. Now, trading with someone is just a regular quest, and that's about it. So, don't expect too much trading, because you can't just randomly come up to someone and say, "Oh, I want to trade with you." They have to be looking for something. Once again, the water, if you try to go in there, it says no, but if you shield yourself from the water so that your costumes don't get damaged, you can say yes. And I found him, even though he thought he was invisible because he was a ghost. Kinda silly. And likely wildly inaccurate. And look, we're back at the front of the neighborhood. Now, I'm not quite sure which one we missed, so that might be a problem. Because I'm pretty sure I missed, oh, there it is, most likely. There might be more as well, I'm not sure. And an adult instead of a monster, as per usual. And ooh, that's how you get through the gate. They open as soon as you've emptied every house of their candy contents. Fairly important. Also, once again, save points. They weren't in the original Costume Quest until they updated the original Costume Quest. That's because of complaints from people. Because at first it was just autosave and you do it. Let's see if I have his card. Yep. And he's gonna give us the Choco Nana. The banana of chocolate. Of course. Now I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know I'm missing someone that's hiding. So you get to see me find them. Might take a little bit of time. Oh, nope, I found him. This is kind of a hard one to find. It's in the park behind the tree. It's kind of interesting. And a new tote bag, like instead of a new candy pail, basically, which actually increases your attack power. It doesn't increase your storage capacity. I'm pretty sure you don't have to worry about storage capacity of candy. It's just not an issue. Ooh, and saving. And time to go. And of course, enemies in the field. So let's sneak up on them. And whack them. And they take initial damage. And yeah. That's about it. But it can be useful, especially in situations like these, where they can be very dangerous otherwise. And I'm currently doing 46 damage with him. I'll just risk it. Dang it. That risk was not worth taking. And yes, of course, he heals himself, which is obnoxious. That is why you stun and take out the white mages before anything. Remember, unlike real life, you should attack the medic, because the medic has supernatural healing powers. And you know what? I'll show off the missile barrage, because I think that'll kill them. Nope, it will kill one of them, which means I won't have to worry about the other. Because they take damage from that. Although they do, when they take damage, if they're stunned, they break stuns, which I've already mentioned, but it is fairly important to reiterate. Now, I think this is technically supposed to be the one that first sees you, but you can get up behind him and punch him with a bag. And another battle. This time with a white mage and 2 regular attacking guys. And this time I won't assume that it will take enough damage to lose, because that was my mistake before. And defending and killing. And of course, stuns, all the stuns. And then I like to focus on the other one usually. Although that's usually because, once again, I have the 2-turn stuns, generally. And no, I'm not going to use Missile Barrage. It just breaks stuns completely. It's obnoxious that it does that, but it does. And, whoops, wrong button. Unfortunately, the other one's stunned. And time to, and that's good. Time to chip damage him to some degree. Chip damage with egg on your face. Stunned. Stunned and shocked. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something silly. Not working very well. And another battle is over. I actually have someone viewing. That's surprising. Hello, Ziggy's fan. And this scarecrow wants to talk to me. Let's see if I can sneak up on this grubbin first. Yep, I can sneak up on him. Yeah. So, of course, there's... Remember, stuns are your friend. And thus does he die. Ah, hello, Kip. Interesting. And shielding, of course. Stunned. That's always annoying when that happens. Ah, I see. Stuns, stuns, stuns in this game, though. And let's destroy this guy. Stuns are very important, remember that. I'm over-reiterating that. Oh well. This game has a couple of quick time events for attacks. Yeah, you definitely are. I have had a viewer that actually... Yeah. I've had a viewer before that just didn't have a username, but that didn't make a username. But, you know, stun, stun, stun. Other stuns become, you get more stuns later on, which is very, very useful. And this scarecrow wants to talk to me. Hello. Why would I be afraid? It's kinda Halloween. There's probably some recording. Really? I should? And he'll give us a little bit of a pattern for one of our costumes. It's actually one of the most powerful costumes of them all, which means it's pretty important to get that one. Although you'll get it later on just so long as you talk to all of the scarecrows. And this... And these are kind of teleportation between areas. I haven't gotten to any later areas yet, so... And this game is interesting. And I'm going to end it here because we're about to come up with the first boss. And no, I'm not ending the entire stream. I'm just gonna pause recording and then start the recording again. So, until next time, YouTube, enjoy your games. Okay, so, this is a very interesting game, Kip. I'd recommend really any of the most of the games from Double Fine. Not all of them. And one of my favorites actually is Psychonauts. Remember, Psychonauts. But I decided to do this one first. I'm probably still recording. I pressed the wrong button. Oops.